Canon and Sony were never actually meant to meet. They were headed on their parallel paths. Everything would have been fine, but some sort of divergence path, a glitch in the matrix, and now they're headed for a crash course. Not a nice crash, not like a low megapixel HD crash, but Canon and Sony have opinions about each other and which company will win 2026. I do believe they had a conversation about it. Oh, hey Sony, how's second place treating you? You doing good over there? You've had a fun year, huh? Are we second place though? Kind of depends on who you ask, doesn't it? Because a lot of the data suggests that we're actually the most sold mirrorless. When you count DSLR sales from like 30 years ago, yeah, Canon's still #1. We've taken over you. We are better, and you suck. Your cameras are great. They've come a long way, actually. I'm wondering when you're gonna implement the crayon technology we lent you. Do you know that colors can look nice? You can have like a face with blood in it, like a healthy glow. Have you heard of this? Because you're green and green people steal. Meanwhile, we're shooting movies. What was the last movie shot on a Canon cinema camera? Was it Forrest Gump 2, the sequel that was not highly acclaimed? You don't even shoot movies, bitch. When people think of cameras, they think of Canon cameras. Sony, you make video games. You probably can't even beat the games that you make. You fail at level 1, you get all mad, you look up cheat codes, and like that's what Canon will give you. Canon is the cheat code. We look younger. You film yourself on a Canon? Oh, how come they're so young? What is your tip, sir? Your skin is so beautiful. Can I look like you one day? Whereas Sony, it's like, oh God, who's the elder here? Is he insane? Can you remember? What's your bank card PIN number? Gramps? Meanwhile, at Sony, we have the most versatile lens mount in history, the best autofocus ever made. Our stabilization has already caught up to you. Nothing we could ever do is wrong. We have E-mount lenses from Viltrox. Do you let them out of your dungeon? Not very often, do you? Not even water. We have like 7 more things to get to, you stupid ass. And yet with all that, no one really likes you. No one buys you. They pretend, but they often switch back to Canon. Now that we gave them the specs they need, there's no reason to shoot you. Actually, there is one reason to shoot you in real life. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh boy.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
All right, we got a lot to get to here. 2026, whose year will it be? What will Sony do? Is the A7S IV coming? Will Canon make some cool hippie vlogger stuff? Who's gonna win that year? Obviously Nikon. I will also answer a Sony versus Canon question I got, and then stay tuned to the end for the secret question as I switch cameras. Oh boy, I'm not excited. We're on the Canon R5 II with the EF 50mm 1.2, and when it comes to the future of these two companies, here's the deal. Sony, if you look back at my older footage, it looked fine. It was like, I'm mostly just like joking when it comes to Sony colors, but there was always something a little off. It was very hard to manage. Like my A7S III looked quite yellow, whereas like so does the Canon a bit, and sometimes it's red and it's always off. It's always my lighting is the real problem here. But I feel like 9 times out of 10, you do a side-by-side Sony versus Canon, people always seem to just choose the Canon even though they're under-spec'd compared to the Sony. It's like, well, I like the Canon colors though. So like people make sacrifices and they're like, I bet I could color grade it. And so you live that life and you're sliding your dials, you're buying your little keyboards with your wheels, you're having all kinds of fun and nothing ever looks right. That's fine. Right now we're just in the Canon C-Log 2 official LUT and I feel like it looks fine. I don't have to do anything to it. Sometimes I switch it on up to Fuji. And now we're in Pruvia. Fuji style, come on. Just a side rant. That video I just released on all the different camera company presidents talking to each other, little behind the scenes info, that was shot on this setup. Every scene was shot on this camera. And I just color graded each one to look like that camera. So Sony just made a couple green changes there, that nothing to worry about that. Fuji, I did the color space transform to a classic neg LUT. And then Nikon, I did the same thing to the film bias offset, red LUTs, and even Panasonic I tweaked to make it Panasonic Vlog with the Vlog LUT, and that looked fine. So it's like, the Vlog LUT isn't the problem, Panty Boy, it's your sensor. You're doing something to make things red. But the point is, you can pretty much get any camera to look like another. Does it matter? Like this whole debate of which system, really it's just the features that you use the most, what's most important to you, and then what lenses do you like, and what system are those available for. So like this lens right now, 50mm 1.2, fantastic lens. You could debate that the RF 45mm 1.2 is better. It'll be cheap, lighter. It's like, oh wow, it's more modern sharpness, still has the pop. Okay, but I can adapt this to anything. I can put it on my Z6 III. I'm about to switch to the Fuji X-H2 speed boosted with it. Dare we dream that? So while to me, the Canon look is so much better than Sony, sometimes it wasn't. It's just, what do you weigh more important? The straight color, the ease of it? Because like, I know you can tweak a Panasonic, obviously, to get rid of the glowing red rash on your face that Panasonic seems to give you in a non-sexual fashion. I don't know how they do it. But the point is, choose the features, because not every company is equal in all aspects. It reminds me of a question I forgot to answer. HD 240, this guy was lying about what he's gonna do with it. Red helium camera can't do that. What? I want to trip over a dumpster. I hope a rat steals your sandwich slice, at least a piece of it. But if super slow-mo is super important to you, some cameras do it way better, and some have deal-breaking flaws in them. Class leading would be Nikon Z6 III ZR. They have a 5% crop, but it's the sharpest HD 240 I've ever seen. It's beautiful. That's class leading. It autofocus, it's perfect, everything's good. Next would probably be Canon R5 II, HD 240, same but no crop, almost as sharp, almost as good. They're both fantastic. Then we're down to the A7S III, FX3, ZVE1, same HD 240, looks great, no crop, beautiful, not quite as sharp as the new modern ones, but third place, not bad. Then the XT4, type of XH2S Fuji, okay, you can do HD 240, but it's a huge crop now, and your autofocus barely works anymore. It's like, ah, damn. So you might just read the spec sheet and see, oh, HD 240, check, I'm buying. But then you don't realize all the handicaps that come with it. If you're Panasonic, you lose all autofocus. If you're Olympus, you also lose all autofocus, and it crops in, and you're forced into this over-sharpened look that none of the other frame rates have. It's crazy. So pick your features, man. Like, what's Canon and Sony have right now, and what's better for you? Do you value open gate? I really need that for some reason. Then Canon is the better choice. Sony might not add that. I imagine they're going to, because you dicks keep asking for it, even though you don't even need it. Gerald Undone proved that it's only like 1 inch extra up there. You get nothing. All Open Gate does is prove that you're using the wrong sensor shape, and it's not this shaped. What the hell's your problem? Okay, I've rambled on long enough providing no actual useful information. Let's answer a question, and then we talk about actually who's going to win 2026, Canon or Sony, while switching to the Fuji, of course. We're on it. Thank goodness we have Open Gate now. Oh, good for us. Good for you. Wouldn't believe the flexibility in post. I can do anything I want at any time, just move in all kinds of readjustments. I could never frame a thing perfectly, so thankfully I have a Open Gate for post. Or if I want to post a little vertical to my socials. 3 million views. So we're on the Fuji X-H2S with the Fringer Ultra Speed Booster and that same Canon lens. That's good times, and maybe the new Fuji LUTs. A little switcheroo on that. Okay, we have a question. This episode is all over the place. Why can't my mind focus on one thing like a lightning bolt? through a magnifying glass like God intended. Please help. I want to buy a new camera. I've decided the best option is ZV-E1. I agree with you about the clinical sharpness. Honestly need your advice about the R6 Mark II. God, the 3 is out, you dick. In New Zealand, they're similar price. In your opinion, is there massive advantage or disadvantage when comparing specifically these two cameras? I'm an amateur scrub, music videos, small promo stuff. Currently use a GH4 with a gimbal at a most. God, 60mm cinnamon, play a Rokinon. Oh, you freak. And the lights in the world. Okay, thank you. Here's the deal. People accuse me of changing my mind all the time, even though they have no idea what they're talking about. I just go through the waves of life, experiencing the pros and cons of each situation, and I bring it to you, and then sometimes I go over here for a little bit, and all those things I said are still valid over in that universe. When I owned the ZV-E1, I was laughing at how small it was and how perfect of a camera it was. Like, I loved the A7S III, and then they shrink it down, add features to it, and nothing was wrong with it. I never once had it overheat. That's the biggest complaint. People seem to have it overheat. I've never had it. In heat waves, back to back, 40 minutes recording in the sun. I don't know, man, like I've recorded a lot on it. It's perfect. It's the perfect camera, I tell you. And then you had the dynamic active stave, which cropped in quite a hefty chunk, but on that Zeiss Batis, it was totally doable like a gimbal. So you got gimbal stave. Man, the best slow-mo, like almost. It's not best anymore, but it was, and it was light. And if you actually got a lens without 3D pop, some tiny Sony Prime, like the 24mm 2.8, you'd be laughing at someone. So that camera's in a unique class in and of itself, in that it's like the smallest, lightest full-frame autofocusing camera with perfection, everything about it except the nasty colors. So it's like beautiful, and you have access to Zeiss glass. So like, if you buy that, you can't go wrong. A lot will go wrong, and you'll overheat, and your footage will look green, and you're nasty. But like, whatever, it's fun, it's kind of cheap. Whereas the R6 II, it's okay, it's good even. 180 frames per second, that's almost good. It's just, I don't know, you're doing 4K 60, no crop, that's not bad. Canon colors, but like, autofocus does not work well on that camera. For me, people accuse me all the time, you used to bash Canon, now he's on Canon. What changed? They changed. They changed their autofocus. So the R5 II is the first one that actually autofocuses perfectly, much like Fuji does. Oh, that's a bitch. Oh, that's a bitch. Oh God, what did I do? Why did I do that? Oh, I broke the system. Oh, the Matrix has me. Oh, come on. Oh, wow, that did not go as planned. So the R5 II is the first time where I'm like, oh my God, the autofocus is like Sony. That thing I just recorded, all 6 clips, 97% of it was in focus. Just the one moment where, I don't know, it was latching onto the wig or something. It was too complicated, so there's gonna be the odd thing that happens, but it's good enough. But the R5 II is the first one that added C-Log 2 finally, the first one that added HD 240, so it was like, okay, Canon changed. They fixed all the problems I was complaining about. So to me, it was always Canon cripple hammering their stuff, and it wasn't good, and then they finally stopped doing that for a release, and now Canon's in the conversation. So you're still in the older world where it was hammer dented, and you don't have a ton that's good. So like the ZV-E1 was not hammer dented. There was no Sony spec remover, little laundry detergent ball that, oh, whoopsie. Like, they put everything into that thing, and it's tiny, and I almost want one, again, a little white one. So personally, I'd be going Sony ZV-E1, Zeiss glass, boom. That guy is complete, leave our lives. When it comes to the future, Canon versus Sony, you have to imagine that an FX4 is coming. We have to know, it's just what direction is Sony gonna choose? Are they going the 6K 120 open gate? Is that their direction? Higher resolution, even more sharpness, more G Master insanity. That could be their direction. And then HD 240 is still there because it can't increase because they went 6K. Whoops. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like if they actually work on their colors for once and do a little raw codec, 14-bit raw in there, something new, cinema Venice LUTs. Okay, you might have something because you have all this cinema talk, but you have the worst cinema look. It's just sharp soap opera shit. So what I hope to see is a Sony A7S IV and FX4 released at the same exact time, both identical, one with the cinema body, one with the viewfinder. We see that happen, and then 6 months later, the ZVE2 comes out, beating both of those easily, and it's even smaller than the ZVE1. That's my dream. You work on your IBIS, new IBIS mechanism. One of the things I appreciate about Sony is they keep their bodies pretty much the same and then just add functionality to it, whereas Canon rewrites the script every single release. The on-off button's over here, now it's back here, now it's over this side. Stop doing that, you annoy me. Fuji does the same exact thing. Sony just figured out a blueprint and they stuck with it for the most part. The FX3 kind of ruined it. So did the ZVE1, if I'm being honest with you. But their mirrorless, which I don't even want because they're too heavy, are mostly the same. So will Sony push the boundaries and add new, like, mind-blowing stuff in the cinema look category? For once, RAW, Sony RAW and all that. Or will Canon start releasing more vlogger scrub things, but put some actual effort into it? Because the V1, that was a bit of a joke. I want it, but it's not good enough. I don't like this claw grip that you have to hold it with. It's ergonomically incorrect. Where's my camcorder? Top to bottom grip. Come on. So like that should be a thing. A Pro, like it seems their FX3 is the C50, and you shot way over the price bracket on that one. Is way too stupid. So like that sucked. We don't have an FX3 killer from them yet. All I can say is everything Canon seems to be releasing since the R5 II has kind of disappointed me. The C50, bit like chunky and expensive. The C80, like didn't keep the DGO sensor of the C70. They're going in the wrong direction. It's clearly just 8K. Can we go beyond that? So if I put on my Nostradamus hat and predict who will have the more interesting release of 2026, Sony or Canon, I think Sony's gonna have the better camera in the end. The FX4, it's gonna be like, that is better, you know, kinda is. Whereas Canon's gonna have the more budget option that's actually intriguing, something that might even get me. We'll see about it. But if you have a little vlogger camcorder type of thing, power shot, but it's good, you've actually put some effort in. I think they might. They really might. And then a couple more 3D popping lenses, then you're heading in a different direction. That's pretty good. I want something wide with pop. Where's my wide? Just give me a Zeiss Batis replica. I didn't have a stroke during that word. 18mm 2.8. Okay, when it comes to the final secret question that everyone's been waiting for as we switch to the Nikon Z6 III with the 40mm 22. Would love to hear some audio advice again. What mic are you? Oh God, no one cares about this. Oh, what a letdown. It's like asking a wet rat, like, what's the best restaurant? Like anything, like you're listening to a wet rat right now. Nicely hidden. Is it the MKH 416 Amazon shop? Looking at it. Do you still recommend the Octava? Recommend that? Other lav mic? Which one? Tascam DR10 now. So here's the deal. I used to use the Sennheiser MKH 416, a Steinbeck gift. Still have it in my dresser. Brought it out the other day. Tried to use it. I was getting all these mouth sounds. That's why I stopped using it. As long as we can get out of this parking lot, they will not know I'm a rookie, bitch. I get some complaints sometimes like, oh, the mouth sounds. You've been banned, obviously. I don't know how to fix it. I have a lav mic now pointing this way, hoping that it's better, because it used to be pointing up and it was like, sorry, I hate it myself too. I'm hydrated. I just drank a green juice. You can't be more hydrated than I am. But that's why I stopped using the MKH for now until I figure out what freaking direction it needs to be pointed at, because in that video, it was pointed like here. Like, I get it if it's pointed right at your mouth and you're licking it, but I wasn't, and I still got way worse sound, so that's why I used the mic lav. The Octava I sold because the Sennheiser just sounds way better. Like, I want the pencil mic, and one day maybe I'll get the Sennheiser pencil dick mic, but for now, I'm pretty happy with that long ass thing in my closet. Now, when it comes to which lav mic, it's gotta be the least important question ever asked, because they all sound good enough pretty much, but I'm still using the Tascam DR10L. It's been very reliable until sometimes it just stops recording for no reason whatsoever. I don't know if it's my batteries. I have rechargeable batteries. They seem to have power, but sometimes like I'll pull it out and it's like, it's not even on. What happened? It recorded like 10 seconds. So like, you're a bitch. And I sold my Zoom F2 because I thought that was having reliability issues, and then they released a firmware update. The guy who bought it was like, they have a firmware. I'm like, shit. Shit. Because I preferred that. So like, when it comes to the lavs I use, it's an old ass one. This is the DJI mic that plugs in, not their wireless crap, just because it had the turny clip thing. And I thought, oh, that'd be much better for my shirt. It could point up, but then I was getting all the mouth sounds. So there's no true answer. And my other lav mic is just the Azden X503, which is a very old mic, but it sounds great. They're both just tiny cords that barely reach anything, but they're all good enough. I'm moving to Kingsville, Ontario at the end of January, and I'm gonna have my own studio. It's no longer gonna be a living room. We have a 2-bedroom apartment now, and one of those bedrooms is mine. And I might even sound treat it for once, because I've never done that. This is just bare walls, the whole, like 10 years of this shit. Not one carpet. So like, I might actually have some better audio out there. Dare we dream it. And it's gonna be a different look too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's probably just gonna be my exercise equipment back there, but I'll put some like Christmas lights on it or something, trust me. That's gonna be the cinema. So this has been long enough. I made a lot of mistakes in the episode, but what do you think? Who's gonna win? Canon or Sony? What's the best audio? How do you get rid of mouth sounds on a lav mic? Should I put it at my belly button? That might help. We'll figure it out. So thank you for the Bitcoin donations. I'll be leaving now. Subscribe.